Different steak cuts vary significantly in tenderness and flavor profiles. Ribeye steaks are prized for their extensive marbling, resulting in a rich, flavorful experience. New York strip steaks offer a firmer texture compared to ribeye, appealing to those preferring a chewier bite. Tenderloin is the most tender cut, known for its delicate and buttery texture. However, tenderloin has a milder flavor compared to more marbled cuts like ribeye. Choosing a steak cut depends on individual preferences for texture, fat content, and intensity of flavor. Different steak cuts possess unique characteristics, influencing flavor and texture. Ribeye is known for its rich marbling, contributing to a flavorful and juicy experience. New York strip offers a firm texture and a balance of flavor and tenderness. Tenderloin is prized for being the most lean and tender cut of beef. Generously season the steak with salt and freshly ground black pepper. Seasoning should occur at least 40 minutes before cooking. Optimal seasoning involves salting the steak the day before cooking. This allows salt to penetrate, enhancing flavor and moisture retention. Evenly distribute salt and pepper over the entire surface of the steak. Proper seasoning enhances the flavor profile of the steak. Salt affects the protein structure, leading to a more tender result. This process ensures a consistent taste throughout the steak. Allow steak to sit at room temperature for 30 to 60 minutes before cooking. This process promotes more even cooking throughout the steak. Bringing the steak to room temperature helps prevent a cold center. Even cooking ensures a better overall texture and flavor profile. Steak brought to room temperature is compared with a cold steak. A thermal camera visually demonstrates the temperature difference. The room temperature steak shows a more uniform heat distribution. The cold steak exhibits cooler areas, indicating uneven temperature. High heat searing requires a heavy bottom skillet, ideally cast iron, for optimal heat retention. The skillet must be heated over high heat until it reaches a smoking hot temperature. A sufficiently hot pan is essential for developing a desirable sear and crust on the food. This rapid searing process enhances flavor and texture through the Maillard reaction. The pan's temperature can be tested by sprinkling a few drops of water onto its surface. If the pan is sufficiently hot, the water droplets should sizzle upon contact. The sizzling water should evaporate almost immediately, indicating the pan is ready for cooking. Visible smoke rising from the hot pan is another indicator of a high temperature. The choice of cooking oil significantly impacts cooking outcomes. High smoke point oils are recommended for cooking at high temperatures. Suitable options include canola, avocado, and grapeseed oil. Butter should be avoided due to its lower smoke point and tendency to burn. Smoke point refers to the temperature at which an oil begins to break down and produce smoke. Oils with high smoke points are crucial for searing at high temperatures. Using oils with low smoke points can lead to acrid flavors and unhealthy compounds in food. High smoke point oils ensure effective searing without compromising flavor or food safety. A key to searing steak is using a properly heated pan. Place the steak in the hot pan. Sear the steak for 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Avoid moving the steak during the searing process. This allows a deep, flavorful crust to form on the steak's surface. The Maillard reaction is a chemical process that occurs between amino acids and reducing sugars. It typically requires heat, such as that from searing a steak in a pan. This reaction is responsible for the browning and development of complex flavors in cooked foods. The visible result is the formation of a browned crust on the surface of the steak. This crust contributes significantly to the taste and aroma of the cooked meat. To achieve even cooking, the steak should be finished in the oven after searing. Set the oven to a moderate temperature, approximately 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. Continue cooking until the steak reaches the desired level of doneness. This method ensures consistent internal temperature and prevents overcooking the exterior. Using a meat thermometer is the most accurate way to determine steak doneness. Insert the thermometer into the thickest part of the steak, avoiding bone or fat. Rare steak has an internal temperature of 125 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Medium rare steak registers at 130 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Medium at 140 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Medium well is 150 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and well done reaches 160 degrees Fahrenheit and above. The steak is seared in a pan to develop a flavorful crust. Searing caramelizes the steak's surface, enhancing its taste and texture. After searing, the steak is transferred to an oven-safe dish. The oven is preheated to a specific temperature, typically around 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius. The steak is placed in the preheated oven to cook to the desired internal temperature. Using a meat thermometer ensures accurate cooking and prevents overcooking. Resting the steak is a crucial step after cooking. Allow the steak to rest for at least 10 minutes before slicing. Resting allows the steak's internal juices to redistribute evenly, This redistribution results in a more tender texture. Resting also enhances the overall flavor profile of the steak. Therefore, resting is essential for optimal steak quality. Resting the steak allows the meat fibers to relax after cooking. During resting, the juices redistribute evenly throughout the steak. This reabsorption prevents the juices from running out when the steak is cut. The result is a more tender, flavorful, and juicier steak. Slicing steak against the grain is a key technique for improving tenderness. The grain refers to the direction in which the muscle fibers are aligned. Slicing against the grain shortens these muscle fibers. Shortening muscle fibers makes the steak easier to chew and digest. Slicing steak against the grain is a technique to improve tenderness. The grain refers to the direction of the muscle fibers in the steak. Slicing perpendicular to these fibers shortens them. This makes the steak easier to chew and more palatable. Steak can be complemented by a variety of side dishes to create a complete meal. Popular choices include roasted vegetables, offering a healthy and flavorful contrast. Mashed potatoes provide a comforting and classic accompaniment to steak. A simple salad can offer a refreshing counterpoint to the richness of the steak. Steak plating involves arranging the cooked steak on a plate with complementary side dishes. The goal is to create a visually appealing and appetizing presentation. Color contrast, arrangement, and garnish are key elements. A well-plated steak enhances the dining experience. The quality of ingredients greatly affects the final dish. High-quality cuts of meat are essential for a superior outcome. Fresh herbs enhance the flavor profile. Selecting premium ingredients elevates the overall taste. Using better ingredients leads to a more satisfying culinary experience. Prioritizing quality ensures a delicious final result. The visual comparison highlights the differences between high-quality and lower-quality ingredients. High-quality ingredients often exhibit superior color and texture. Lower-quality alternatives may appear dull or processed in comparison. Size and shape consistency often indicate better ingredient sourcing and handling. Visual cues can suggest differences in freshness and nutritional value. The comparison aims to educate consumers about ingredient selection. One common mistake is overcrowding the pan when cooking steak. Overcrowding lowers the pan's temperature, leading to uneven cooking. Using heat that is too low is another frequent error. Insufficient heat prevents proper searing and browning of the steak. Failing to rest the steak adequately after cooking is also detrimental. A perfectly cooked steak is sliced to reveal its internal texture and color. The sliced steak is arranged artfully on a plate for visual appeal. Complementary side dishes are added to enhance the dining experience. The final presentation aims to replicate restaurant quality standards. The goal is to enjoy a premium steak experience in a home setting.